Welcome to my channel Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 2 coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. The 1 cent United States of America 1973 D coin is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, one of the most famous and widely circulated coins in American history. This coin represents the enduring legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, who first appeared on the U.S. cent in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of his birth. The 1973 D issue was minted during a period of American transformation marked by political change, technological innovation, and post-Vietnam economic shifts. The Lincoln cent had already become a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, symbolizing both national unity and the humble value of the everyday American penny, a coin that, despite its small denomination, carried immense historical meaning. The 1973 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's major production facilities. The D Mint mark below the date on the obverse identifies its Denver origin. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, was known for its vast production output and high-quality copper coinage during the 20th century. In 1973, the Mint struck an impressive 3,549,576,588 1-cent coins, ensuring widespread circulation across the nation. This immense mintage makes the coin a common issue, but each specimen remains a small, tangible piece of America's economic and cultural history. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the classic bronze alloy used for U.S. pennies since 1962, following the earlier tin copper-zinc mix used from 1909 to 1962. This composition gives the coin its rich reddish-brown color and distinct metallic ring when dropped. The coin weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features a plain, smooth edge. Its round shape, warm hue, and familiar feel make it instantly recognizable to every American, symbolizing over a century of economic tradition. The copper alloy gives it excellent resistance to corrosion and oxidation, allowing many 1973 D cents to survive in fine condition even after decades of circulation. The obverse front of the coin bears the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, one of the most renowned sculptor-engravers of his time. Lincoln is depicted in a right-facing profile, his expression solemn and dignified, reflecting the character and moral strength that guided the nation through the Civil War. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," first appearing on U.S. coins in the 19th century and symbolizing the moral and spiritual faith of the nation. To Lincoln's left is the word liberty, an enduring emblem of American freedom, and to his right the date 1973, accompanied by the mint mark D. The design is a masterpiece of balance and symbolism, a tribute to Lincoln's enduring presence in the American conscience. The reverse back of the 1973 D penny displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse was created by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and replaced the earlier wheat ears design that had graced the cent since 1909. The Lincoln Memorial, located in Washington, D.C., is meticulously rendered, showing even the tiny seated statue of Lincoln within the structure, a remarkable detail that reflects the mint's precision. Above the memorial arches the inscription, United States of America, while the nation's motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, appears just above the monument, emphasizing unity among diversity. The denomination, 1 cent, is inscribed boldly at the bottom, completing the balanced and symmetrical layout that characterizes American coin artistry of the mid-20th century. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse symbolizes the nation's enduring respect for Abraham Lincoln's leadership and the preservation of the Union. The image of the grand marble monument serves not only as a representation of architectural beauty, but also as a visual reminder of Lincoln's lasting impact on American ideals of freedom, equality, and justice. Every detail of the memorial, from its columns to the minute rendering of Lincoln's statue, embodies the strength and dignity of the American Republic. The 1973 D penny thus unites artistry and patriotism, merging national symbols with personal memory. From a technical perspective, the Denver Mint employed state-of-the-art coining presses to produce billions of cents efficiently while maintaining high-quality detail in Lincoln's portrait and the fine lines of the memorial. Copper planchets were fed through mechanical feeders struck under immense pressure by hardened steel dies and ejected for quality inspection. Even at such high production volumes, the Mint maintained exceptional consistency in strike sharpness, rim definition, and die alignment. Variations in minting pressure or die were occasionally produced minor anomalies such as double dies off center strikes or die cracks, which today are of great interest to collectors. The 1973 D Lincoln cent holds significance not just as currency but as a historical artifact of its time. In 1973, America was experiencing significant events: the final withdrawal from the Vietnam War, the ongoing Watergate scandal, and growing concern over inflation and energy shortages. Amid these challenges, the humble penny remained a daily reminder of stability used by millions of Americans in stores, payphones, and newspaper stands. T was a coin of the common people. Circulating everywhere from city streets to rural towns, the face of Lincoln on each cent served as a moral and patriotic anchor in uncertain times. The artistic legacy of Victor David Brenner's Lincoln design cannot be overstated. Introduced in 1909, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold decision by President Theodore Roosevelt, who admired Brenner's artistry and believed that Lincoln's face deserved a place on American coinage. The design's longevity, remaining virtually unchanged for over a century, speaks to its timeless quality and emotional power. By 1973, the Lincoln cent had already circulated for more than 60 years, becoming an integral part of American culture, literature, and everyday life. From a numismatic standpoint, the 1973 penny is common in circulation, but pristine examples hold appeal for collectors. In circulated condition, it generally retains only face value 1 cent. However, in uncirculated mint state grades, the coin can be valued between 10 cents and $1 depending on its luster and strike quality. Mint state 65 MS65 red examples, those retaining full copper brilliance, can fetch $3 to $5, while MS67 red specimens certified by PCGS or NGC may sell for $50 to $150 depending on appeal and scarcity in that top grade. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, marked S, are more collectible, but the Denver issue's value lies in its massive representation of mid-20th century American minting excellence. The coloration and toning of the coin also add to its aesthetic and collector value. Over time, copper cents develop unique patinas, shifting from bright red to reddish brown or dark brown depending on environmental exposure. Collectors classify these as red RD, red-brown RB, or browned BN, with red examples being the most desirable due to their original mint luster. 1973 penny with full red color and no contact marks is a striking sight, a glowing reminder of the vibrant copper age of American coinage before the 1982 transition to zinc-based planchets. Next, the 1 cent United States of America 1975 coin, commonly known as the 1975 Lincoln Memorial Cent, is a small but historically meaningful piece of U.S. currency. It was part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been continuously minted since 1909, the longest-running coin design in American history. The 1975 penny reflects the enduring legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose leadership preserved the Union and ended slavery. By 1975, the Lincoln cent had become a cultural icon, a symbol of honesty, democracy, and the working spirit of America. The coin was struck during a decade of political reform and economic turbulence in the United States, a time when inflation and social change were shaping a new national identity. The 1975 Lincoln penny was produced at 2 of the United States Mint's primary facilities, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked D. Both mints were engaged in high-volume production to meet national circulation needs. The Philadelphia Mint, located in Pennsylvania, was the original federal mint and handled most East Coast coin distribution. The Denver Mint, established in Colorado, supplied the western half of the country. The 1975 issue saw enormous mintages, more than 5.4 billion coins in total, with 5,451, 476, 142 pieces from Philadelphia and 4,505,275,300 from Denver. Such immense numbers ensured that the penny was available everywhere, from major cities to the smallest rural towns, cementing its place in everyday American life. This coin's composition consists of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a characteristic reddish-brown metallic sheen. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain, smooth edge. This traditional copper alloy had been standard for Lincoln cents since 1962 and remained in use until mid-1982, when the mint switched to a cheaper copper-plated zinc core due to rising metal prices. The full copper content of the 1975 cent gives it a rich color and notable heft compared to modern zinc cents. Over time, its surface may tone into shades of red, brown, or chocolate, depending on environmental exposure, adding individuality to each piece. The obverse, front, of the coin features the world-famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed in 1909 by sculptor and engraver Victor David Brenner. Lincoln is shown facing right with finely modeled hair and a calm, resolute expression that captures both intelligence and humility. The inscriptions encircle the portrait. "In God We Trust" appears boldly above his head, reaffirming the nation's faith and moral heritage. "Liberty" is positioned to the left, signifying the freedom Lincoln fought to protect, and the date, 1975, rests to the right of the bust, sometimes followed by the mint mark, D, for Denver Brenner's initials, VDB. Originally removed after controversy in 1909, had been restored in miniature form on Lincoln's shoulder. By this period, the reverse, back, side displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design replaced the wheat ears motif that appeared from 1909 to 1958. Gasparo's Lincoln Memorial rendering is a work of miniature architectural precision, showing the monument's tall Doric column steps and the tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns, a tribute to the man himself within the national shrine that bears his name. The inscriptions are arranged with clarity and symmetry. United States of America, arches along the top edge. The national motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, appears just above the memorial, and the denomination, 1 cent, occupies the lower field in bold lettering. Every feature of this coin's reverse serves symbolic purpose. The Lincoln Memorial is not only an architectural masterpiece, but also a national symbol of equality, justice, and remembrance. By depicting the monument on the coin, the U.S. Mint intended to remind citizens daily of Lincoln's sacrifice and the unity he achieved through courage and compassion. The decision to include the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial was especially meaningful. No other U.S. coin at that time depicted the same person on both sides. This rare artistic decision created a double portrait, making the Lincoln cent unique among world coins for its depth of tribute. The 1975 penny's production process followed the United States Mint's high industrial standards of the 1970s. Copper planchets were prepared by cutting, cleaning, and annealing sheets of metal, then struck under thousands of pounds of pressure between precision dies. The sharpness of strike and luster quality depended on die wear and maintenance schedules. The Denver Mint's coins often exhibit strong details and bright surfaces, while Philadelphia issues sometimes show softer strikes. Quality control included visual inspection and automated measurement to ensure accurate weight, size, and alignment. The minting technology of the era allowed for massive volume while maintaining artistry and consistency. From a historical perspective, the year 1975 fell within a period of national reflection. The U.S. had recently withdrawn from the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal had shaken faith in government, and inflation was eroding purchasing power. Amidst these challenges, the Lincoln penny remained a familiar symbol of stability, a coin that every citizen could hold, regardless of wealth or status. Even as prices rose, the humble 1 cent piece connected Americans across all regions and generations. Children saved them in jars, adults received them as change in stores, collectors searched for rare varieties. In every hand, the penny carried the quiet dignity of Lincoln's image and the promise of continuity. The 1975 Lincoln cent has no major rare varieties, though some minor die errors and planchet anomalies are known to exist. Examples include double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and die cracks, which are sought by error coin collectors. Such pieces may bring values ranging from a few dollars to several hundred, depending on rarity and condition. The coin's normal issues, however, are abundant in numismatic value. The 1975 penny, in average circulated condition, remains worth 1 cent, but uncirculated examples carry modest premiums. In mint state, MS grades, a bright red coin with full luster designated MS65RD, can be worth $1 $3, while exceptionally high-grade specimens, MS67RD certified by PCGS or NGC, can fetch $50 $100 or more. Coins graded red-brown, RB, or brown BN command lower prices due to diminished copper brilliance. The coin's appeal lies less in rarity than in its historical and sentimental value as part of the long Lincoln series. From an artistic and symbolic standpoint, the 1975 cent perfectly embodies the American spirit of democracy and perseverance. The obverse conveys the moral strength of Lincoln, whose leadership preserved the Union. The reverse presents the monument that immortalizes his memory. Together they represent continuity, a connection between the ideals of the 19th century and the challenges of the modern age. The "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "E Pluribus Unum" collectively form a national creed: faith, freedom, and unity through diversity. Each penny, though small, serves as a daily affirmation of these enduring principles. The full copper composition also makes the 1975 cent physically and aesthetically distinguished. Its warm red tone symbolizes vitality and endurance, while the weight and feel evoke the craftsmanship of traditional minting. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.